All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to another edition of DIY Mitch's Garage. Today we're going to do some full self-driving in the 2025 Tesla Model 3 Performance. So let's go ahead and get into the navigation, where we want to go, and we'll go from there. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and manually drive out of my driveway because, as you can probably already see, we have a few big obstacles in the way, and there is no way I'm going to let the Tesla drive out of this driveway. It may not even do it. We're not even going to try it. But we're just going to go ahead and manually get out of the garage, get off of the property, and then we will get out onto the highway. And we'll go from there, and we'll see how well the FSD does today. And I'm going to pick up some new prescription sunglasses that I've been waiting for a long time. These prescription sunglasses I have on are extremely scratched up. It's getting very difficult to see clearly through them. And I do run on the prescription sunglasses with my extremely bad vision and lazy eye. I do the bifocals, or the progressive bifocals, in my sunglasses, as well as all the other prescription goodies and sunglasses. So that's how I get away with wearing sunglasses and still can see. Okay, so we're going to press the right scroll wheel to engage full self-driving. I'm off the steering wheel, off of the accelerator and brake, and we're going to let Tesla take us to the eye doctor. I do have the Tesla full self-driving in hurry mode, and I can adjust the max speed that I want it to go. And on 45 I'll do about 51 or 52. I think I can get away with that in on a 45 mile an hour road. We don't want to go much over 5 miles per hour. We will be breaking the speed limit, and we'll see how well we do. I wonder if I need to point my camera down a little bit. Let's see if that will. Let's try that. Yeah, that'll probably work better. Okay, let's see what the UPS truck's going to do. He may have to get over into this lane, or he's going to make a right ahead. Let's see what happens. Yep, he's going to make a right. That lane abruptly ends, so lots of times people will take that lane as a passing lane and get in front of most everyone who's on the left lane. Nice stop at the red light here. Stops well behind the white line. Some of you guys who are new to my channel, you've probably seen some other full self-driving Tesla channels, and I've seen some videos lately where the Tesla on full self-driving has been pulling some red lights. So I wonder how Tesla is going to address that issue. I've seen a couple of videos where they were pulling red lights, and didn't look good on Tesla full self-driving. I've not had that experience yet. I've just had some weird lane change movements and sudden lane change movements and things of that nature, but I've not had my Tesla pull any stop signs or red lights as of yet. So hopefully hopefully that will still remain the case there. And I have a rattle over here. Okay, I don't know if you just saw the windshield wipers. They do weird stuff on full self-driving. They just randomly swipe across the windshield once or twice for no reason whatsoever. But I have a rattle over here somewhere. That's the first rattle I've had in the Tesla. I gotta figure out what that rattle is. I'm usually listening to music instead of talking into a camera. The sound system in these Teslas they're pretty good. They get the job done. If you want some bass, some mids, some highs, you pretty much got them. It's not going to be any studio quality or, aftermarket stereo built by professionals, anything like that. But for a mass-produced vehicle, it has a pretty good stereo system in it. And ironically enough, when I bought the car, the stereo was probably one of the least items I looked at, for reasons of why I wanted a Tesla. But after I got in it and I started driving it, I realized, hey, this thing doesn't sound half bad. So far so good on the full self-driving. It is supervised, so you do need to supervise it and be ready to take over at a moment's notice. It takes turns very naturally, just like if someone was driving the car. It stops very naturally. It accelerates very naturally. I would say it actually accelerates. If you go in a hurry, it will accelerate fairly aggressively, which obviously, being a car guy, I like that. So that's always good. Let's see what it does in the roundabout. Good job. Gives a signal in the roundabout. And we're good. I would imagine that some of these roads that I ride on around Garner, North Carolina here, probably do not hold a candle to some of the roads in major cities where other Tesla full self-driving videos are made. But it's all good. It gives you an opportunity to see the Tesla doing the full self-driving thing in different scenarios and different driving conditions and in different traffic conditions. So we're coming up to a fire station here. It says do not block the driveway. I would be curious if the Tesla wouldn't block the driveway. I don't know. I don't see the do not block driveway sign on my display here, so I doubt very seriously it would stay out of the way of the fire department's driveway. But obviously there's some cars in front of me right now, so. And then you have another car who just literally, you have a car who went around in the turn lane and ended up in the right lane over here to avoid the person who was not blocking the fire department's driveway. I digress. We see it all the time around here. And I'm sure that's everywhere across our wonderful United States of America. American drivers. Yay. I'm trying to keep the video clean. I want some thumbs up. Yeah, guys, give me a thumbs up if you like anything with full self-driving content, car content, DIY content. I have a lot of content on YouTube, from RV content, boat content, Tesla content, Hellcat content, and general DIY content. So if you like that kind of stuff, please subscribe to DIY Mitch's channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I put up some new videos. I am going to try and put up some more videos on a regular scheduled basis. It's so hard to do when you have a life outside of YouTube. So we're almost, we're almost at our destination here. And I'm really curious to see how well the Tesla will navigate the next few turns here and entering the parking lot of the facility. I will probably take over and not let the Tesla park, and the reason being is I am so peculiar over where I park in a parking lot. My peculiarness will far surpass the peculiarness of full self-driving. I can guarantee you that. But so far so good. It's gonna enter the parking lot just nicely here. I have not intervened since I hit the right scroll wheel button here. So let's see if it gets in. Let's see if at minimal it gets us into the parking lot. And I would say yes, it got us into the parking lot. So I will disengage full self-driving now. And we will proceed to manually park this Model 3 into a DIY Mitch approved parking spot, which I don't see too many of them here, so we're just going to have to do the best we can do. Maybe there's one over here. I always try to find the curve to park next to, but I do not believe that will be a possibility in this situation, so we will slide right in here to this one beside the Bronco. All right. I get a little closer to the Bronco. I don't want to have someone all over me over here on the other side. Okay, we'll call that a day. Let's go in and pick up our new prescription sunglasses. 5 minutes later, I'm back with my new prescription sunglasses, and they are amazing. So these are the Ray-Bans. I think they're the Daddy-O Ray-Bans, and I've got a fairly thick prescription, and I actually I got the very exact same sunglasses as I had before. Here's my other ones that are all, these are shot. I mean, they're shot, scratched up to no end. And so now I got new sunglasses. I can see. So the lady in there was like, oh, if you have any problems driving, yada 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 yada, just come back. And I'm like, yeah, I have a Tesla and it drives itself. And then that's when you get that blank stare on someone's face when you say your car drives itself. Okay, so let's do this. Let's say navigate to home, and we will start off in full self-driving mode straight out of the parking spot here. So press and hold. No other intervention. The Tesla should pull out of the spot. I didn't even have to give a press on the accelerator, so that's good. Usually I have to. It's thinking. It's being very safe, very cautious. And Tesla, you got it. Okay, let's see if it can navigate us out of this parking lot here. It's thinking. It's really thinking hard. You got it, Tesla. I think it thought this car here was going to pull out because it was further out than anyone else. So you can see all the cars on the screen here. It's going to stop at the stop sign. And then it's going to make its way to the highway. And I have my new sunglasses, and they're pretty crisp. There's a few little ghosting and little blurry issues, but I'm sure my eyes will adjust to the new optics within a few days. These sunglasses do have a stronger bifocal in them, and it's a progressive bifocal. So if you tend to look up and look through the bottom of the sunglasses, or any glasses with bifocals, progressives, it'll look a little blurry when you're looking away at a distance. So that'll take some getting used to. A little more power in the bifocals. But the great thing is I'm having no issue seeing the display here, which is, that's very, very good. And I'm happy. As soon as I put them on my face, I'm like, she's like, the girl in there was like, if you see any blurriness, let me know. If there's any issues, you know, da 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 da. I'm like, oh no, these are great. These are great. I had ordered a pair of sunglasses from Glasses USA, and when they got in, it was so blurry I couldn't see squat. It was really bad. Let's see what it does here. Yeah, it's gonna wait to make sure there's no traffic coming, and we will proceed on. So far so good. Anyway, where was I going with that? Yes, I bought sunglasses from Glasses USA, and they were horrible. Couldn't see anything out of them. And I come to find out, the actual eye doctor where I go, they incorrectly wrote my prescription. Oops. So they were very apologetic about it, and I pretty much cut my losses with Glasses USA. I sent those glasses back, and came back over to the eye doctor and got the sunglasses from them. So yep, I may try Glasses USA again. I don't know. We'll see. I do need glasses, like regular glasses. Which obviously I just had on. Which are right here. So these are Oakley's. My regular glasses, non sunglasses. So I will need to replace these next. All right, so we'll get on down here back toward the house and see how well FSD does. It sees the motorcycle there. It almost looked like a car there for a minute. Digging my glasses though. Digging my glasses. Red light. The air condition in these Teslas, well, at least in this Tesla, is phenomenal. It will run you out of here. And also with the vented seat. If you have the vented seat on high and the air condition anywhere in the middle there, 4 or 5, it's going to freeze you out of here. It's good. It's really good. I'm actually going to cut the vented seat back too. But it's only 72 degrees outside this morning, so it's not really got much heat to deal with on the exterior there. So, but even in 85, 95 degree weather, it still does pretty good. If the car is really, really hot, when you leave it outside in the sun, it takes a little longer for it to cool down, but it gets there. But I kind of do have the luxury of keeping the car in a garage. So if you're pulling the car out of the garage on a 95 or 100 degree day, it's a little different. The car is not hot on the interior, and it's a little easier for it to keep it cool once it stays cool. So that's the one nice thing about having a garage. So yeah. Back through the same roundabout. And we're easing on through here. So far, so good. No intervention on full self-driving supervised. And I have, so far on this Model 3 Performance, I've only gotten 3,300 miles. And I have software version of V13.2.9. I don't think that's the full self-driving version, but let's see. Yeah. Yep. Yep, that is the full self-driving supervised version, 13.2.9. All right. Saw me looking away there for a minute, and even though I grabbed the wheel, I think I put too much force on the wheel, and it completely disengaged. So that was my fault, totally right there. If you look away from staring forward, basically if you're looking at the screen, it will warn you. It'll, like you saw here, it went blue there for a minute, or actually for a second, and then you're supposed to just like lightly touch the steering wheel, but I kind of grabbed it and jerked it, so it completely disengaged. That was 100% my fault. But other than that, I'll call it a successful FSD session. Well, I'll call it a successful FSD session once we get back to the house. How about that? I still hear something over here rattling. I think it's the seatbelt buckle rattling against the B-pillar. I think. Maybe. I hope that's what it is. That's the first time I've ever heard a rattle in this car. But again, like I said before, I'm always listening to music at a fairly decent volume. So, man, these glasses are great. I love them. They're good. Putting on a pair of new glasses is like sitting in a new car. It's great. It's just crisp, clear, beautiful. Especially when you have high prescription like I do, and all the eye issues, all the eye problems I have. I have a little bit of astigmatism, no, a lot of astigmatism, nearsighted, farsighted, lazy eye. So basically I can't see anything out of my right eye. Good times. Is that that was a RT. Looked like a Hellcat there for a minute. All right, let's go. Zoom. It's always interesting to see what it'll do at the next intersection. This is a fairly big toll road intersection up here that we use. We use the toll road. We use the toll road quite a bit, but we're not using it today, obviously. And the Tesla, if there's traffic in front of me, it always wants to enter this right lane when it's in hurry mode and go around the cars. But then again, we have a situation where the lane it like straight up abruptly ends down here on the other side of the bridge. And I will show you here in a minute to show you what it does. And this is typical North Carolina fashion. This is what happens. There is a subdivision over here, but as you can see, the road abruptly ends right there. It's like gives you no room to merge. So I don't know, it's probably like that in your state too, or anywhere else. Leave me a comment, let me know if the roads abruptly end a lot where you live, because they sure do here. They'll build a new road or add a new intersection, and they will make multiple lanes where it goes back to one lane abruptly. All right, so we're back on my property here, and I am just going to let FSD run out here and see what happens. I'm curious to see what it'll do. It does very well when there's a controlled road surface, but it just doesn't know what to do when it's on a non-controlled traffic situation. Like when it's on your own property, if you have a big piece of property like I do, the full self-driving just really doesn't know what to do. I'm still in FSD. It's not canceled yet. I can give it a little bit of throttle, and you can tell it's severely confused. It just does not know what to do. If it makes this turn around this barn here, I will call it a success, and I'll just take over from there. So let's see what it does. If it does that, I'll call it a win. And I do believe that's what it's going to do. I'll go ahead and disengage it. So there you have it. That was a full self-driving run there in the Tesla. Call it a test. It's not a test. It's a full self-driving for sure. So anyway, I guess with that video, we'll call it a day. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.